Hi, my name is Ruth G. Hi, my name is Ruth Seneca. I'm unemployed. What's your struggle? What the heck is happening with my unemployment status? As well as all my hopes and fears and fears, dreams, nightmares, Oh my god, life is scary. We really are driven by fear every single day. Like, fear puts people into so many situations that they either love or will end up regretting. Right now, what's driving fear for me is, so I have an interview in about 30 minutes. And this company sought me out like a couple months ago. Or was it a direct month ago? It was a month ago. And it's just for American marketing and publishing. And I would come on as like a marketing sales person that would like learn the ropes. I don't really know exactly what I would need to do, but basically I have an interview with them, but they sought me out. And initially, I didn't really want to take this job because I was like, oh my god, working on commission and working and starting off like super low and then having to build your way up, I don't want to do that. And so the first interview I had was like a pre-information like interview because they saw me out and they wanted to get me informed on what they're doing. But they sought me out, we had an interview, we had a like official interview scheduled, and then that had to be rescheduled, and then we had one scheduled again, and then we had to reschedule it. So today is the third or third attempt at an interview, and I'm nervous about it because the company I initially thought like wasn't going to be my passion. But as I'm looking at other jobs and I'm looking at what I may want to do, I have no clear vision of what I actually want to do. So this job really is the best option that I have right now. And the fear of not finding anything else is what's driving me to kind of say yes more to this job, even though nothing has been offered to me. Like, they fully could just be like, yeah, sorry, we don't really like you. They fully could just say that. But right now, I'm feeling a little bit more like I want this job than I had before. Before I had been like, this is sales, I don't want to work sales. Even my husband told me, he was like, if I were you, I wouldn't take this. And I was like, okay, yeah, I won't take this, like I won't take them seriously. But now I'm taking them more seriously, just looking at the other offers that are around the area that I'm planning to work in. Working is scary as a young person because like you don't know what you like until you try it and then you fail at it. And I've worked like 8 jobs up until now, and I'm 22. That's a lot. That's a lot for a young person, for real. And but I haven't worked anything within like my specific field of like what I want to do going forward for the rest of my life. So I want to be open to this opportunity, and we'll see what comes with it. I'm especially inspired by my own husband. We got married and now we're living in this place for the summer with my relative, and he just immediately got a cashier job and wanted to work it just for us to get like income. And of course it's not like nobody like dreams of being a cashier, but he did it just for us. And he wasn't like, no, I want to work something that I'm passionate about every single day. I want to work something that, that's what I say. I say that all the time. Like, I want to work something that I don't feel miserable at, so I don't have to be depressed, so I don't have to feel like I hate my job. I think that all the time. Like, why would you just want to take something just to take it? I get money is good. Like, it's nice to have money. But I just couldn't do it. So the thought of like taking this sales job is nerve-wracking because it's like, oh, will I be taking this just because I want an income? But also, most Americans take jobs because they want incomes. They're not passionate about what they do. I have this video that was like, maybe my dream job is unemployment. I basically went on a tangent about this woman who asked me what my dream job was. I was like, that's weird. I feel like most people don't actually have dream jobs. Even people who have their like dream job just want an income to be able to survive. And I kind of do just want an income to survive. Like, I care about what I'm doing, but I also want to enjoy it. So that's why I'm like, nervous about taking this because it's like, will I enjoy this? Will I know what I'm doing? Will I look stupid? Will I be okay? I don't know. I want an income, so that's why I'm more leaning towards like, yes, because I just want to kind of start my life and start living on a full-time salary. Oh my gosh, I'm only 22, so obviously like I've only worked hourly pay jobs, but I know that hourly pay, for some people you can get by on it. For a lot of people you can get by on it, but for the dreams that I have and for the life that I want to build, I want to start working in salary. And I also just want to start putting like not decent amounts of money. It makes me sound like I want to be like hella rich. I want to put a decent amount of money into our like checking and saving, and to stop like being used to the same amount of money going in and out and just living paycheck. I basically want to stop living paycheck by paycheck, and I want to start building the type of life that I have in my head, the type of life that I know is possible for me. And also I kind of find that when you grow up poor. Okay, so quick tangent. I didn't really grow up poor until I was in maybe middle school to high school, and those are very formative years. So poor for that time. I didn't grow up like elementary school poor. You either indulge and want to enjoy life as much as possible and don't really care about your financial status, or you are completely different than that and you're like so stressed about money and it just consumes a lot of your habits and it makes you very smart about money. I would say I'm kind of in the middle, but I veer more towards the idea of money matters. You can make a very decent life if you save up, as well as like learn to use money. Like one day, this is not intangible. Is that a word? This is not tangible. But I want a financial advisor. I just want to start doing things with money, but it's not impossible to with an hourly job, but it just makes it a lot harder. So I'm nervous about this job because I want to take it because I want to start building my life, but I hope that I can enjoy it and for it to be something that makes me happy. But also, you know, like you're gonna work jobs probably. This is what every single boomer has told me, okay? You're gonna work jobs that you don't like, but then you can quit them, or you can just get used to it, and then you'll retire in 60 years and it won't matter, you know? I was reading Oprah's book, and she is so inspiring. She talked about herself and like spoke her life into existence when she was a young kid, and that is just so amazing. If you haven't read Oprah's book by Kitty Kelly, it's amazing. Highly recommend. I'm so envious that Oprah, she didn't know like exactly what she was going to do. She didn't know how she was going to do it, but she just spoke that she was great, and she spoke about her self-awareness of how powerful she could be, and just lived her life knowing where she was going to end up, knowing that she was going to be Oprah Winfrey, knowing that she was going to have the power that she does. And then it all just fell into place for her because she spoke it that way. And I want to be that. I don't want to be Oprah Winfrey level because that's a scary level of fame. But I would love to have the foresight to say, I'm going to be great. My future is going to be great. And also as a creative, I want to create great things. I want to do amazing, great work. And I want that to be recognized. Like I want to create just like anything. I want to make great photographs. I want to make great videos. I want to learn songs on the piano and be great at them, and then to be affirmed by that. I don't know if I can say on a large scale, because being famous, I feel like in 2022, do you really want to be famous? Like the idea of fame comes with like so many negatives, just in my mind. Like having watched any documentary of any famous person ever, just knowing the downsides of that, I don't want that. But I want to make great things, and I want that to be recognized, and I want to be a creative, and I want to lean into my creativity and make money off that. I want to monetize my skills, but I also don't know. I don't know how to do that yet, but I know that I want to start being like Oprah and say, I can offer many great things, and I'm a great person. I'm a good communicator. And whether or not I have a job in mind, I know I'm going to accomplish great things. So I'm just gonna put that out in the universe, see who catches it. Maybe my stepping stone is this interview that I have in like 20 minutes or not. But it is the start. It is just a start. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just had the interview and it went really well. And it was one of those instances where you know when you like go into meeting somebody and their energy matches your energy and you're just vibing? Essentially, you're vibing. But the thing is, it's like, I love talking to good interviewers, and it's easy to strike up a good conversation. But when it comes to the job, like, I feel like the initial part of the first time that you're even seeking out a job, finding information out about it, being presented the information, it's hard to discern if like you're truly excited about the job or if you're excited about the way that the person is presenting it. Very easily, you can be very easily deceived. Like, I'm pretty sure most people are like, oh my god, this job is so great, this job is blah 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 blah, and then like a month in, you're like, oh my god, this is miserable, but I'm doing it because I was persuaded into this. But I really liked the interviewer. She was great. But also, she just had really good energy. She felt very personable. Oh, my phone is on 10. She had really good energy. And I saw myself in her, which is probably what she does. She probably knows, she knows exactly what she was doing. She told me she was like in this company for like 9 years. I liked the interviewer a lot. She was actually kind of from the same place where I'm from in Illinois, which was weird. But I liked her. The job is like kind of remote because it is sales and you basically just go to the clients and stuff like that. And okay, so I like the interviewer. She was great, good energy. The content, the interview content is something that I'm kind of like debating, because she asked me where I lived and I said, of course, where I live now, which is like in Minnesota. And then she's like, okay, when are you moving out to Iowa? I said August 13th. But it's like, so if I do like this job enough and I do want to take it, am I like essentially screwing myself if I say August 13th? I should have let her know, like, I'm willing to commute so I can start working ASAP. I don't want to like start in August, you know? Like, I want to start working ASAP. I don't know, because like, but also the commute would be long. I looked it up. The commute from where I am to where we're going to be in August is like 2 hours 30 minutes. 2 hours 30 minutes for a drive, and my car is not even that reliable. If you're my employer, you didn't hear that. My car is very reliable. That's nerve-wracking. The job, of course, it's sales, and even though I'm nervous about sales, the way that she described it made me feel like I can totally do this. My personality is so set for sales because I'm very good at conversation. That sounds like somebody who like is very overconfident. But I would say that I'm pretty good at conversation. I feel like I could strike up a conversation with most people. I feel as though I could sell product. And I feel like it's a good work environment to be in because you're like dependent on yourself. And I feel like I could be up to the challenge of doing sales, especially because the woman who was interviewing me was like bubbly and fun and just could talk like a mile a minute. And I feel like I get into those moments when I'm speaking to people, and I was like, I could totally see myself doing what you're doing. Not, of course, like she's at a very higher level than I would be starting out at, but I could just see myself in the position that she was describing. And that's just the thing about interviewing and getting information is like, dang, you're selling this to me, but is it? I don't know. Either way, I would be so happy. We ended off on, it was so good to talk to you. I'm going to talk to the recruiter and we're going to let you know. Is it good?
it felt like overall we had a good rapport enough for her to be like, I love her, she's great. Also, I'm probably gonna be some added diversity because their website looks very white. It looks really white, like uncomfortably white, in the way that I'm just gonna be one of the only Black women, not uncomfortably white in the way that I have anything against white people. I literally have grown up in predominantly white spaces, and I'm still very uncomfortable with predominantly white spaces. You never get used to it. I liked it. I kind of just want to like see what they have to offer, see what they're gonna say, and hopefully it's gonna be good. Hopefully they're gonna offer me something just so I can like get started. But also, I don't know if I screwed myself in the way that I said like we're moving down to Ames in August. That's really late. I should have just said like, oh, we're moving down to Ames in August, but I can commute. I can totally commute. But then she would have been like, oh, how far is the commute? 2 hours, 30 minutes. Not like you have anybody like closer. Anyways, dang, I hate everything. Working is weird and stressful. I wish just another job would present itself, like a better option. You always want to have a better option so you don't have to go with the only option. I'm gonna look at jobs right now because this is too much.